Outer Orange.
Welcome back. OuterOrange here. Maybe a little stuffy. I am sick. I got tested today. I do have COVID, but I'm recovering. Don't worry. I'm okay. That is not what we're here for. We are here for the top 5. That's right. Top 5 cards I relied on in 2021. That's right, 2021. And now, I actually did this video last year for 2020 specifically, and I did make that video, but honestly, I'll leave it up here somewhere, but you really should. I used like an old camera. There's just nothing there for you. There's nothing there for you. I believe DifferentFight started this last year. If I'm not mistaken, I got it from him. He did it again, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a thing. I want to do it too. So just to kind of give you guys a little understanding of what reliance kind of means to me. Reliance just means it could be like in multiple ways. Reliance meaning like the card carried me to win something, like maybe a top or bureau or springfest, or locally it's helped me in some way, shape, or form, or just in general the card may have carried me in a mental state as well. So that is personally what I feel, because there's actually one card in here that was kind of like a mental state carry, that it was a carry in terms of like tops or wins or anything like that. And then I also think it's just a card that just carries you like really hard in either a clan or a deck, or just a card that just has so much utility in so many different ways that you can throw it into pretty much any deck and it works. That's pretty much what Relied means to me. So that's kind of the cards that I'll be discussing today that I relied on in 2021. Card number 5, probably this is the anomaly in here. This is the one that isn't the same as the rest, but I'm gonna put it in here just because I have so many memories with it, and that is Top Idol Pacifica. You might be wondering what in the hell this thing is doing in here. The thing is about this card is I've made so many wonderful friends off of this card, and so many people I've met just through the existence of this card, and so many fun decks that I've had. This card forced me to kind of play more premium, because I was testing a lot in premium with this card as no one else was, and I just thought it'd be cool to try it out. I've cosplayed and done all these little silly goofy things with Pacifica, and there's just no way I can't put this card in, as I feel like a lot of the people I talk to or interact with just kind of started with just the existence of the Top Idol Pacifica, and I just think the mechanic is also like super cool. There's too many memories that I've made with this card that I can't just sit here and say that it has had no impact. It has definitely had more impact than like other cards have, at least to me, and I've definitely relied on this card as this baby girl right here has definitely helped me make some amazing friends. So thank you to Top Idol Pacifica for being a part of that. Heal Guardians. This is number 4. Heal Guardians. That's right. Heal Guardians, and not specifically this one, though this one's also really good. Nightmare Dolls and Pale Moon, all that stuff, but Heal Guardians in general. Heal Guardians have really changed. They haven't changed like too much, but they changed the mental state of pretty much like V premium, and they changed premium as well. It did affect premium in general, how decks work and stuff like that, and I feel like it just added a lot more fun and a lot more interaction to both formats, and especially V premium. And it also introduced a new way to get people into V premium. So you could be like, hey, like I know V premium is kind of spooky and stuff, but but these exist. You could just play this and not have to worry about Excel so much. As a Grand Blue player, I highly appreciate this in V Premium, to be honest with you. I definitely have some reliance on them. I've definitely been using them. I've been testing with them. I've been running them in decks, not running them in decks, running a 50-50 split, just doing all this funky stuff, and just being able to just think and manipulate the cards as their existence. Finding out really weird little texts about them too has been super fun. Like in Royals, you can send this card back to deck, or just in general, it's an attacker too. So if you were to hold a regular heal versus this, you can put this down the board, start attacking with it. DP, it's a grade 3, so you can hit it. It's just all these little things that you can just do that just adds to the fun. Number 3 is my boy Bad Bounty. That's right, you guys saw me talk about this. He won the sexy ship chart. This is the ship, the boy. Ever since this got revealed, I have been in love with this card, and in 2021, especially since I was playing premium like a lot more heavily in 2021, this card has definitely carried me a lot of games. I've talked about this card so many times. There's been times where I literally said, I'm gonna stride to Bad Bounty, and my opponent's like, not Obadiah, but your drop zone's only like 8 cards, and I'm like, I don't give a shit. You wanna know why? Because you just rushed me down. I have nothing in return. I have to just beat your face down and rewrite into Beatrice and hope I win the game. There's just so many things that you could do with this card, and this is definitely one of those cards where I just kind of, the walls right here, I kind of go like this and go, and Bad Bounty's behind me, and I just lean against him, and I'm like, you're definitely a reliance. Bad Bounty, definitely up there. Card number 3, very awesome card. Can't forget about our boy Sexiness 1000. We're going into the second place right now. This is the second from the first. This is a card that I never thought I would ever add to a list like this. Never in my, ever since the release of this card, I never thought it would be on a list like this. Like, if you went to me in like 2021, like the very beginning, and you're like, hey, did you know that you're gonna really like this card? I would have been like, you are hilarious. That is never gonna be a thing. Orphist, and I quote in the beginning of 2021, I'm never playing Brandgate. And it has nothing to do with like Brandgate as a nation. It's just that I literally don't play anything. I don't play anything that's in premium and that is Brandgate related. And I do play a little bit of V Premium with Dimension Police specifically, which again, those don't combine well together. So financially, it made no sense for me to buy Orphist. It made sense for me to buy like Zorga and Magnolia and all this other stuff that I can literally put into Premium. But this wasn't it, right? So how did we get here? After set 2 dropped, I played a lot of Zorga, and I mean a lot of Zorga. I got like my couple wins here and there. And then I just got really tired. There came a point where I actually started going the opposite end, and I just started losing with Zorga and Overdress. And one day I said, screw it, and I tested this out, and I just fell in love with it. I was like, wow, this is like simple, to the point. The strategy's kind of cool. I like the grade 2 game. It does similar things to what Zorga does. It has pressure columns, but it's different. And I'm not talking about the alchemy magic. I'm talking about kind of what you're doing every turn. Because in Zorga, what you do every turn is you essentially make big columns, you add pressure, you have a grade 2 game, and you kind of try to keep your opponent on their toes while also controlling the game. Orphist plays very similarly. Orphist also has a grade 2 game, has a pressure column, is a 3 attacking deck as well. They're both 3 attacking decks. And then you kind of also have this little bit of retire and control added to the elements, right? So it's kind of, they're kind of similar. They're not the same. And you know, eventually as we get deeper into Overdress, they're going to start kind of splitting more and more like this. During set 2 specifically, but to me, Zorga and Orphist were actually very similar in terms of like play style and, you know, how you kind of play things out. Way too much fun. The token building is super fun. I can go on for days about this card. Somehow I went from I'm never playing Brandgate to I literally own every Brandgate deck now. So I did actually top with this, and that's the reason why I'm bringing this up, is I went to an event down in Florida, and this is one of the decks I won with, and I won pretty hard with it too. I faced a lot of different types of matchups. I faced mirror matches, I faced Lyrical, I faced Bastion. The only thing I didn't see was Bruce. We succeeded, boys. We succeeded. I have my little top 8 mat over here that's currently not seen anymore. But yeah, that's why he's up here as well. Going on into the final card. Now I'm gonna give some little runner-ups. One runner-up was definitely Zorga. I really want to put Zorga on here, but I feel like anytime I try to rely on Zorga, I got kind of the opposite effect, if that makes sense. It's mostly because the deck just isn't there yet. It will get there, but it's just not there right now. So Obadiah almost hit this list too, because there's so many times where I just strided to Obadiah. So Obadiah was kind of up there. Prism Vert was up there too, but I actually have only succeeded like once truly with the deck. Other times I watched myself just kind of not have as much fun with the deck, and so that just kind of ended that. Rabul is another card that I want to add because I've played it in Altmile, I've played it in MLB, I've played it in Sanctuary Dragon, Guard Dragon, whatever his name is. It's a very fun card. It gives resist. It bottom decks heal triggers, just all this random stuff. But I didn't play it that much for me to like keep it up there. So those are kind of my runner-ups. But the official card that I relied on the most, the card that just carried me, told me, held my hand, truly inspired me to really enjoy the clan I know and love, and that card is no other than Ghost Leader Beatrice. I don't think it should be too surprising that this card is the top card I relied on. You're right, I could probably do a whole video explaining why this card is as good as it is. There's just, reading the card normally it's kind of like whatever, but the amount of interactions that this card gives you is just amazing. There's so many times where this card has saved my ass. So many times where this card has just, every single time I just fell deeper into this card, fell in love even harder. I just, between Premium and V Premium, I love this card. I have tested this card as a standalone deck, both in V Premium and Premium. I've tested it as a side card in Night Rose, or even in Pinot Noir. I've tested it in there. I've tested currently now I'm looking at this card for the Cocytus reveals that we just had, is because yes, it can be used there. You can G guard with this card, like use it in your G card steps. You can have a finisher with this card. You can limit break with this card. You can bad bounty into this card. You can early pressure your opponent by multi-attacking a ton of times with this card. There is just so many things that this card opens up to. It is just insane. The release of this card is just probably what really brought me back to premium. We've had Cocytus, and don't get me wrong, Cocytus is amazing, but this opened up a whole additional realm of Grand Blue that just wasn't there just because of this card's existence. It pushed Night Rose, it pushed V Premium, it pushed Premium Beatrice, and it even became Premium in Grand Blue. It even made its own deck in Premium. Like literally the control deck exists because of this card's existence. There's only one card that comes close, and that's Shield Fisher. That card is not the same, and it does not function as well as this card functions. That card is a good, like, on its own, an 18k base type of card, but it has nowhere near the amount of flexibility that this card brings. So that's why this is number one. Thank you so much, Chef's Kiss, to the ghosty Beatrice, ghosty leader Beatrice. Where would all us Grand Blue players be without you? Where would we all be? Where would Solon be? Where would we all be without you? This card is actually fire. Thank you for letting me have all the amazing V Premium matches I've had with you. Thank you for having a ghosty deck build with you. For all the times I've been able to Neganora into all these stupid ghost stuff for shield, or you know, get my PGs out without the ghosty early out, and you know, and using Damien and Jesse with this card. Thank you so much to all the wonderful memories that you have brought as a card. So that is my 5 cards that I relied on. There they are. My little top 5. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry if I'm not like super hyper. I am still recovering. My throat is stupid. My nose is stupid dumb, but it's okay. We're making it through. But that, guys, thank you so much for a wonderful year. Hope you guys had a wonderful 2021. If you haven't already, I've been seeing a lot of it on Twitter, but if you want to post your top 5 that you cards you ride on, you can leave in the comments. You can also go check out DifferentFight's video on it, and I'm sure there's a bunch there. I am gonna link his video attached somewhere to all this because it's pretty much his idea. I'm just, you know, I'm on the hype train with it, the wonderful awesome hype train. Let's go. So yeah, so don't forget to check all that out because that's where a lot of this has come from. I am commentating for BRO this weekend, so do not forget the standard overdress. I'll be here Saturday and Sunday with y'all. I'm really excited, can't wait to see. So get ready for BRO. But peace out. До свидания. See you guys next time. Bye.